Renato, love. More men saying love.
Yeah, no, I love love.
You didn't convince me there. There was something there. There was something.
I love love.
Get ready to roll because it's the second annual Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, and you are invited to join the fun.
Come bowl with your favorite Central Florida celebrities on Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Oviedo Bowling Center. All proceeds benefit Rosie's Adventures, a local nonprofit helping kids battling cancer.
It's your chance to bowl, meet celebrities, and make a real difference. Spots are filling up fast, so you don't want to wait. I don't want to brag, but my lane, my spot, already sold out. That's right. I will be there. Visit justcallmo.com/bowling.
The Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, Saturday, April 12th at the Oviedo Bowling Center.
Shout out to Big Ray. Yeah! Oh, yeah!
Ray.
Baby! This is it, man. This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. My name is Ross. That is Joel.
Size 11 and a half.
And that is Nico Renato.
Back at it again.
He's back at it again with the white Vans, which is an internet trend that, came and went, much like all internet trends. This is a fun time. Dude, I am so pumped up right now because I feel high energy. I don't know if it's because I'm slap happy.
It's a little later.
I went to bed at 9 p.m., woke up 2 a.m., wired, went back to sleep at 6 a.m., woke up 7:45. Now here we are. I'm on a lot of stimulants. I feel like my face is 5 feet behind me and my mouth is just leading the way.
Wow, your stats are outrageous today.
My attributes are through the roof.
You took the Limitless pill.
I took the Limitless pill, which is...
You're like, I'm going to sleep for 20 minutes every 2.5 hours.
Yeah, dude, I basically slept like a dog.
Yeah, you'll never know what day it is.
That's what dogs do. How was your last week? Do you guys have a good Valentine's Day?
I had an awesome Valentine's Day.
What'd you eat?
Shrimp tacos.
Shrimp tacos? All right, euphemism.
I love shrimp tacos.
I think we all do. I think we all do.
I think we all love shrimp tacos.
Yeah, I mean,
none of us don't like shrimp tacos. What'd you eat though, Renato?
So the plan was to go to Disney for dinner.
Yeah. All right.
Right. Ride a ride, maybe see a firework or two.
A little free firework.
But I called out of Disney.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you should say that right now.
So I couldn't go to Disney.
Yeah, okay, but keep going. I like this.
So we didn't go to Disney. I ended up just going to Target.
All right. What aisle?
That sounds like a sad parent decision. Hey, kids, we're not going to Disney, but we are going to Target.
All right, so I'll be on my Valentine's Day. Brutal. I had a brutal Valentine's Day.
That could mean a lot of things.
So you are right, and it's not in the way this voice may insinuate. It is. No, I worked during the day. I worked at night. I worked the entire Valentine's Day. I bought some desserts for my wife. I didn't think I was going to say this on the pod, but I cried Friday and Saturday, like 90 minutes before my comedy shows because I was just so tired. But then all of a sudden, you dig deep. You look at the eyes of an audience and you're like, I'm about to Tiger Woods this bitch.
And they're thinking, in looking in those eyes, was he crying?
Yeah, was he crying or is he okay?
We paid to laugh.
Yeah, I cried Friday, I believe, which was Valentine's Day. I cried Friday because I was just shot. I was just like, the last thing I want to do right now, to be honest with you, and as I'm looking at my wife, is like, oh, dude. Got to put on the face, got to do the act. But the last thing I want to do right now is just really cry on this Valentine's Day and be like, I don't want to.
I feel like crying is not a good release of your last bit of energy if you're tired.
Yeah.
Crying's exhausting and so's coughing. Like everybody, if you're crying or coughing, just stop it.
Yeah, the two C's.
Yeah.
If you go two C's, crying, coughing, yeah.
You're going to have a six-pack for one. But... I
then
think you can tell from my body type I don't do either very often.
And then Saturday I cried because I got my Valentine's Day card and my wife nailed it. Did you card?
No, I flowered.
Okay, honestly, just as good as a card.
And I took the price tag off the flowers.
That Was a dap.
Because they look more expensive than they were.
Yeah, dude. Nailed that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
First
yeah.
secret.
Yeah, it was BOGO. I just put 2 of them together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we did the standard thing of where I give her the flowers and then I put them on the table and then she takes out all the ones that will kill our cat if he eats them that I don't know about.
That's fair. That's
I didn't
fair.
know that cats were doing that.
I didn't know cats. That's how, like sometimes cats are looked at as very devilish, but that's how like satanic that they are, that they can be, is that they die off of Valentine's Day. They go, and they just like, ah.
I love my wife so much, I almost killed our cat.
Yeah, they Romeo and Juliet themselves on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Off of little flowers.
Let me ask you this though.
All right.
Did you guys get flowers?
I did not get flowers.
Get flowers? Like a bouquet given to me?
Yeah.
No.
Your girl got you flowers?
Well, it was mutual. I got her flowers as well, but she also got.
You did a flower exchange.
We did a flower exchange.
Like a jersey swap after a competitive professional
Yeah, out
game.
of respect for your each other's game.
Yeah.
You swapped flowers.
I think it was her way of making sure that I didn't forget to get anything.
Okay.
So that just in case you needed to, you could give them back to her?
Yo, that's a great Valentine's Day gift, is a reminder. Love that gift. That's a good gift.
She was like,
Smart.
he better not forget to get me flowers, so I'm gonna get him flowers to like make sure.
What?
Which is, I think, why she bought me these necklaces as well.
You are rocking a lot of gold chains these days. How many gold chains are you currently wearing right now?
You're at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Pro Bowl. You look like you're the neighbor of Meatwad on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That's the amount of. You're Carl.
The Pro Bowl chain game.
Yeah, you went
is
to the
for
Pro
real.
Bowl.
And that was what my wife noticed more than anything. She was like, "There's some really good jewelry in the stadium."
Iced out.
They were iced out because
You know what's
they don't
crazy?
tackle anymore either. So
know-
they're totally iced out.
You know what's crazy? They don't tell you about when you get chains. I haven't had chains in a while, but as an adult, when you put chains on, it makes you grow more
Chest
hair.
because
Yeah.
it's pulling it out.
It's just like gold chains and chest hair go so well together that if you don't have chest hair,
You'll get it.
you'll get it if you put gold chains on.
Give me one of those gold chains. Give. I need chest hair.
Yeah,
Have you guys ever
I'll
seen my
lend
chest
them.
hair?
I'll lend them to you.
Have you guys seen my chest hair?
I've seen your chest. I didn't see any hair.
Hey, look at that.
That's fully grown.
That is fully. Don't laugh. What are you talking about right now?
That looks like the seal of a dolphin. Like the skin of a dolphin. You have the skin of a dolphin on your chest. It looks like a dorsal fin.
There's
about to
about
pop out of that.
There's
thing.
about a baker's dozen on a good day.
Not true.
Of these,
Yeah, I don't
these
believe that. I don't
tiny-
see it.
They
You're
look
seeing
like,
things that aren't there, Ross.
they look like little spider legs shooting out of my chest.
That looks like a white pumpkin.
I got an itsy bitsy spider chest. you
You
don't.
might have an itsy bitsy chest hair, but I don't see it.
There's daddy long leg shins of a, like the quarter of a daddy long leg.
You also have semi-translucent skin.
Yeah.
I can see your heart beating.
I am. It's this weird pink. I'm this odd like.
I'm not being judgy. I'm being observant.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. No offense taken. I when people ask me like my ethnicity, I go that's all, folks. Like that's kind of what my pigment is very
Like, I'm
porky.
sorry, I don't-
It's a porky pigment.
Yeah, it's a porky pigment, dude. My pigment is porky pigment. Thank God we got there.
It's like you see,
That's
you're
why we
like-
get paid the big bucks, guys.
That's it. That's
there it
why.
is. That's porky pigment.
You're like,
Just
why-
doing work.
You're like white, Asian, Native American, African American. I don't see pink on here.
Yeah, where is pink? But also, going back to speaking of pink, I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Did you now, Joel? I know that a lot of you've done every aspect of school in the sense of like public school, private school, homeschool.
Yeah.
But do you guys remember the savagery that was expected of us on Valentine's Day in like elementary school?
You are supposed to get Valentine's for every single person you know.
Yeah.
With a message, handwritten, with a piece of candy.
What?
Candy grams. That's what I remember.
Insane.
That's so much busy work just to.
It's everyone's birthday at the same time.
Yeah, I just thought like
Even when it's your birthday, it's just the family of the kid brings cupcakes. But you're right. That is the most absurd busy work.
It is wild that we're just putting third graders through this like, deal or no deal game show kind of thing with affection. And I always remember this, man. It was It was a quick way of offending people real fast. Every time you gave Valentines out in elementary school, there's usually a kid crying.
Hearts were broken.
Hearts were broken.
Everyone's like, why is Steven crying? It's like, well, he didn't get a Power Rangers Valentine from Jeff this year.
And everyone else got one.
And then you quickly find out at third grade if you are attractive or not.
Yeah.
You're smart enough to know that girl's pretty, and everyone has a crush on that guy. But then all of a sudden it's playoffs for third grade love.
Oh, yeah.
And it's savage.
You find out real quick where you come in, like the rankings.
I specifically.
Yeah, you find out where you are on the table pretty
Yeah. Where
quick.
you are in your top 8 in third grade,
And they're promiscuous with it. Like, just because
I was about to say that.
you don't pick one.
I remember a line for a girl.
Dang.
A line.
And this was 12th grade.
And then all these other girls are just looking at that girl.
Wow. I bet they loved her after that. Yeah. I bet they wanted to be best friends with her
It's
after that.
wild how they're
No
Like,
jealousy.
low-key, Denise is pretty cool.
Yeah. I want to give her a candy gram.
man, I just remember being nervous every Valentine's Day too.
Yeah, I would get anxiety because the packs only come in packs of 30, and I always seem to have like 31 or 32 kids in the class.
Yeah, someone's gonna eat it.
I have to pick 2 kids to eliminate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Third grade.
Yeah, because you're not going to buy 60.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy a whole nother pack to 60 to waste 28 of them.
Yeah.
You're basically playing beast games with your heart in third grade.
And in third grade, nobody is like, that's when you're young enough that it's all innocent.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun.
Oh man,
That's where the brutal, truth comes in.
Yeah.
And there's always one kid that's probably going to end up being good looking and popular later, but they're just in that phase as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Like, he's not dressing himself, and that dead tooth will fall out.
yeah. That's one of the first teeth.
Yeah, that's a baby tooth.
There's a sequel coming.
Don't
You just
be-
gotta hold on.
You can't mouth hate in third grade.
I remember on a Valentine's Day there was a boy that cried. And he had I remember his name because it was such a weird name. Billy Trombone got wrecked.
Wait,
His name
legal
was-
name. Show me an ID.
His name was Billy Trombone.
It's not like trombone, and it's definitely not pronounced that way.
Now, granted,
Trombone.
we're going back into my elementary
Trambione.
brain, so and I was a wild muskrat of a Floridian of a child.
Yeah.
I mean,
can see that.
wild, raw. Dude, I was a caged animal
Yeah.
when I
We're
was
in
in
a
elementary.
possum.
Dude, it was not good. I was,
He put the O in possum.
yeah. But Billy Trombone just got wrecked on a Valentine's Day.
Bro, that is not his name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Billy Trombone.
What do you mean wreck though?
Just no one gave him Valentine's or the girl that he had a huge crush on.
More of a trumpet?
Yeah. Not more of a trumpet girl. No, I'm just I just remember Valentine's Day feeling like Game 7 Super Bowl. This is intense. I'm
Yeah.
about to express my feelings to a girl. And you can always tell which one has the most words.
Wait, you wrote those? I thought those were all parent written.
I wrote those. I would write the Valentines.
I remember getting a list from the school of everybody's name for the Valentines. And that way you knew how to everybody in the class and how to spell it. And then I did it. I didn't make
So
I wrote my kids third grade Valentines is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yes. But so you would write it.
But I always thought that was a lot of power. Because they weren't even looking.
Yeah,
I
you
would have been like,
suck.
yo, I'm in love with you for real.
I'm in love with you for real.
Don't tell anybody, but this is the only real Valentine.
Real, recognize real.
I think about you constantly.
Here's the haiku.
Yeah. They're like, clearly Joel wrote these.
Valentine's Day.
They're
Yeah.
in cursive. None of the kids can read it.
But
Can you read cursive?
It
I can read cursive.
It
I'm
says
sorry to say
I
that.
don't know.
it says "Go Man United" on every single.
I'll be like, yeah, because that's what they should be thinking. Shout out Man United. We're
Hashtag Go
terrible.
Man United.
What about this about Valentine's Day? You guys gong me. You ready? Gong me. I think there needs to be more dudes that love. I know I think too many people are going to hear that. There's a lot of people that are going to hear that and that are in this country and go nah, dog, that's beta stuff. Simp, boom. No, dude, fall in love with love. fall in love with the stereotypes of love.
I didn't know you were going to say this, but I completely agree. It makes your life better.
It's so much more fun.
And you brought up last week, like first crushes and how it was like TV characters.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
And I told you I didn't go deep on it, but now that we're talking about love, I said mine was always real people.
Mm-hmm.
I've genuinely been fully in love with somebody since I was like 4 years old, all the time.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, whether it was somebody I was dating or not.
Yeah,
Like when
yeah.
I was a kid, there was always one.
Okay.
Either a babysitter or the
I
person
got
at
it.
Publix or the person at that Burger King we went and saw one time. I would be like in love with them and think about it. I'd look through the Sears catalog in my house.
Yeah.
And I would pick out a life with that person. I'd be like, we live in Maine. I'm a doctor. That's my watch. That's my shirt.
And my
we have that dog.
And my sheets are CR5375. I love this.
Seriously.
I love
We didn't have the internet when I was a kid. I used to go in a catalog and just pick out hypothetical lives
Dude,
with jobs. I lived all over the world.
I feel like I've spent a year of my life in a Sky Mall. I mean,
Oh, same thing.
Dude, Sky Malls, that was internet before internet. But you gotta love.
I do, but that's what I'm saying. Like just the thought, thinking about it, being like, "Oh, it's as amazing. I love this."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Renato, love. More men saying love.
Yeah, no, I love love.
You didn't convince me there. There was something there. There was something.
I love love. No, I love love.
Okay, now you're dropping the bass. Now he's got me. Checkmate.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I love.
Yeah, right when he said that, his chain grew another chest.
I love.
Love is dope.
Whether it be it's your fandom, your partner, whatever it is, just like I love.
No,
I'm starting.
romantic love, Ross.
Yeah, I'm
with a
starting
partner. I'm not talking about music.
Yeah, okay. That passionate, definitely with another human. That is I think the zenith and peak of love.
And
the
it's
realest definition of love when you have it with another human being of your, that's another one of you, so to speak.
And it's going out of style. I'm not even kidding.
It feels like it is.
People are no longer into it. They're like, what I like, and I'll stay at home and I'll watch my shows and I'll do this and I am concerned by the lack of people wanting to have relationships with each other. Not just romantic ones, but just like really knowing people or hanging out with their friends. The people are becoming a lot more isolated these days, especially in the younger generation. And it's concerning because almost everything good about me I learned with other people.
I love relationships when, like, have you ever asked somebody, like, how'd you guys meet?
Mm-hmm.
That is, I love asking that question. I asked that question this past weekend at Porky's Comedy Club, right after I cried.
You're gonna have to narrow that down.
Yeah, no, but I asked the big crowd work question was, how'd you guys meet? And every time when you ask somebody if they are in love, if you ask me, a little hot take here, is they'll always have the same cadence of talk on how they met. Well, he was wearing a blue jeans and I was at a bar, and then he walked up and said, "Can I get you a drink? You're buying." And I thought he was funny and he was silly. Like same thing with guys. I mean, I'll never forget
Tinder.
Yeah. So now this is where I'm going with this, though. You ready? I asked, how'd you guys meet? They said online. And I was like, all right, there's no magic there. Thought this was so fascinating. I did this over the weekend. When they said online, I then said, what was on her profile? What was on his profile? And guess what I heard again?
That.
It was a picture of him wearing, like, he was fishing, and I was like, oh my God, really? A fishing picture? But then at the end of the line, it was like a bunch of roses, and I was like, okay, this guy's kind of funny. and
really bad at fishing.
Yeah. But like, I thought that was so fascinating just to hear that same vibe and that same energy. Although online dating, I've never done it. It was cool to still hear the same thing happen with online dating and live dating.
Yeah,
I met him at a bar. I met him online. Same energy.
And that's definitely normal. Online dating is unavoidable. It's a thing.
It's massive.
Probably the biggest thing.
I've seen 2 now relationships like fully
blossom
through online dating.
See, I want to know. I want to I want their profile pic information. What did it? What was in it?
What was the hook?
What was the hook?
Yeah.
Was there a joke?
Made me
a quote?
What
Doing
made me
cold
go?
calls? How are you soliciting?
But what made you swipe right?
No, yeah. What made you swipe right? What made me go and check back on this person's profile a couple times? What made me dig deeper? Like, what made me want to know more?
Oh yeah. Because you can learn so much from that profile
Have you
pic.
been on one?
In my younger days. In my younger days when I was.
More chest hair just came
Yeah,
out.
more chest hair. This weird chest hair.
No, I haven't been on one in like years, son. Yes.
But like, what was your profile?
Chill dude, likes music, want to hang out, hit me up.
HMU.
HMU.
Yeah, hit me up.
Hit me up. But then I can never get like the pictures right. I always had like a picture from like years past or like, I don't know. I felt like that was my downfall. I can never
Marketing.
market it.
So you never had a hit though?
I've had, I've never met up with anybody.
Okay, that's kind of where I was.
Like in person.
Talked to Olivia about this over the weekend with her online dating experience and stuff. And she told me a story that cracked me up. Swipe right. They meet up. Boom, boom. They have a drink. They get food. And then all of a sudden, Olivia realizes that she legit does not have her wallet. She does not have her card. She does not have any form of payment. She is panicking. But she's on a date.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Hey, I do not have any cat. I'm so sorry. I left it at my house. I don't even have my license. If I would have gotten carded, I'd." And the guy goes, "Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Are you serious? These women these days, this is what you do.
women
You just-
these days, sir?
this is what you do. You just swipe right. You meet up with all these guys, and you get free drinks, get free dinner. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I'm paying, and I'm leaving."
Well, what made you go on the second date, Russ?
Yeah, that's how we fell in love.
That's sweet.
No, but that's a date that she had.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah. Oh God, these women these days.
Well, that's a lot better than what he could have said. We'll figure something out.
Well, you better start doing some dishes, I guess, in the back.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah, that's what Joel meant. But how much time would
We're
you
married.
Yeah. How much time would you guys need to be texting a girl to then like meet up with them? Like I would need like weeks of like constant like
What?
I not
Oh, but from online, like you
from online. I've never met them, and they're like, "Meet me here." That I have trust
they start
issues
Oh, yeah.
with that. Like you're gonna have to drop multiple emojis to show me some sort of person
Yeah,
that I am talking.
They're
to.
dropping multiple emojis. They're 60 years old.
Well,
I have to meet your dad via FaceTime before we meet up in person.
Just for like proof of existence.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we'll be boys and that'll be all right first, and then let's go ahead and we'll meet
Wow,
up.
that's a huge red flag. Like, let me meet your dad to see if I want to go long term on this.
Because I'm not trying to get in a relationship and then the dad hates me for the rest of it. I'm good on that.
let's just all box it up.
I want to
It's
know
just
what you'll
like-
look like when we're old. Show me a picture of your mom in a bathing suit.
Like I've heard of, I love whenever you see like dating stuff. I really hope though that people enjoy not having to lie on those online dating things. I hope that they take the route that like the whole point of online dating to me, I've never done it, is that you can be as honest as you can because it's a numbers game. Like cut the fat, get straight to the point. Don't say you're something that you're not. That's why you have the profile.
Right.
You know, like put that roller derby that you're into or whatever it is, or
Yeah.
fishing or skateboarding.
It's exactly what you want. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like, it's the same thing as ordering Uber Eats. I don't want to go out and get dressed up. I just want exactly what I want to come to my house.
What would be before we go, what would be a great thing though to drop like on a profile pic if someone's out there? Like I think it would be really funny if they're like, if it's a dude and they're like weighing 245, 260, and they're like, fitness first, 6-pack, eat well, wink, like kind of like poke. I think that would be like a fun, likable, charming thing if you're like a husky dude.
I think if you're a husky dude, you should put like showers once a day, brushes teeth 3 times a day.
That would also work. Renato, anything for a husky dude on an online dating app?
I just think comedy is important, so you would have to make it funny.
Yeah,
Whatever it is, like whether the humor comes from the pic itself or the profile description, it's gotta crack a smile.
But that, I'm happy though that I'm married. I'm happy that because I don't know how well like I said, dude, I swipe right. I have immediate trust issues where I'm like, I'm meeting up with a cyborg that's about to take my kidney.
Yeah, and Manti Te'o. We all remember what happened there.
Dude, that you get catfished? I don't know, man. Anyways, happy Valentine's Day, belated.
Yeah.
Enjoy your chocolate. We'll be right back after this quick, 3rd grade Valentine's Day.
Brutal.
Hey,
go get the candy. It's on sale this week.
Yeah. Unless you're diabetic.
It's too price to pay.
We'll be right back. To all of our listeners, Joel and I are the arbiters of cool.
We decide.
Do you know what's really cool? Everything vintage.
I'm the vintage member of this podcast.
The best at vintage apparel in all of Central Florida is Foundation Records.
And guess what? They're always looking for the hidden gems in your record collection.
Go visit Alex and Peter Cohen over at Foundation Records. You will not regret it. Hit them up at foundationrecordsfl.com. That's foundationrecordsfl.com. The Orange County Regional History Center is back at it again, offering you 4 floors of exhibits exploring 14,000 years of Central Florida's rich heritage. If you have a family, it's time to sign up your kids to the early bird camp registration from February 2nd to March 3rd.
It's summer camp season. Any parents that know that it's time to plan the summer now. Got to have your plans locked in, and the History Center's got you set. As always, they've got their great Third Thursday event, February 20th from 5 to 9 p.m. Open late. It's a great date night.
If you just dropped the ball on some other date night, it's time to fix it.
If you don't want to be history, go see some.
Oh,
and it's free. Free. Come get some free history at the Orange County History Center.
TheHistoryCenter.org. Thank you. You made it. Welcome on back. The seat is warm.
Smells like you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. It wasn't warm a second ago until you sat here.
Yeah.
And then now it's warm. So like, what'd you do?
I left a little Shrek home on that couch right there. How you doing? My name's Ross. That's Joel.
Hey.
And that is Nico Renato. Just three chill dudes having a grand old time. I wanted to. Oh yeah, you know what we have to do?
Work out more?
No, as soon as that drum ends, hit me with the funny moments in history.
Funny moments in history. Disclaimer, comedy is subjective.
All right, that was a small passive-aggressive jab from our announcer friend right there. September 20th, 1977. This is one of my favorite, funniest moments in history.
All right.
And I don't think it gets enough respect as one of the funniest moments in history because it was so painfully not funny and not entertaining that it was a crossroads moment in American entertainment history. That's a claim right there. That's right. September 20th, 1977, Fonzie jumped the shark. And Renato, I have a feeling that you are very confused on what I just said.
I know who Fonzie is and I know what sharks are, but I don't know the story.
It would have been so much funnier if you knew who Fonzie was, but you didn't know what sharks were.
But what are sharks?
What are sharks, dude?
You know, real side note about sharks, and we'll go back. What happened to hammerhead sharks? I saw a meme bringing up like hammerhead sharks used to be top 3 shark. They have slipped off.
Top 3 numbers-wise or top 3 popularity-wise?
Just top 3 popularity. Like that was a go-to shark when I was in elementary school. Everyone knew about the hammerhead, and
Why
now
aren't more people talking about this?
I don't get it. They're a unique animal.
I think it was like hammerheads had a real hot streak going, and then some like tweets from a long back in the day came out.
Yeah.
They got canceled.
You would think
Yeah,
with
once their animated series ended, it was
done.
back into obscurity.
I forgot about that show. 1977, September 20th, Fonzie jumps the shark. This is one of the, the show, Fonzie, what is it, Happy Days?
Happy Days.
Happy Days. Nick at Night, that's how I watched Fonzie jump the shark for the first time when I was a kid. I got the original experience. Even as a kid, I was like...
Well, that was not the original.
Not the original experience, but still, like...
Yeah.
I thought those episodes were new, as a child. I was
New
like,
to you?
This show is awesome. They are struggling. The show is trying their best to stay on air. Their writers are doing whatever they can. And it gets to this episode where they have in the script have Fonzie on a jet ski hit a ramp going 30, 40 over a pit of sharks. And then he goes on and then the episode ends. It is looked at as so ridiculous from the audience that everyone collectively goes, I'm never watching this show again. And it's the end of Happy Days. Is that a good synopsis of...
Wait, that was how the show ended?
In a lot of ways, yes. It wasn't...
They Chris Angel'd it.
It wasn't. That wasn't the last...
Too ridiculous.
It wasn't the last episode, but it was looked at as like, oh, we have moved on as a society from this hokey dokey, what is this stuff?
This show's stupid now.
This show is stupid. And he was wearing a leather jacket on the jet ski and everything, if I remember correctly.
You want a leather jacket. Shark skin is like leather.
Yeah.
He was trying to eat. He came ready to fight.
He was fighting fire with fire.
Because you missed that ramp. You're fighting sharks.
So what was so bad about it? Was it just like the way it was shot, or
no? Just the concept of that at what used to be this 1950s like grow up, fun formative years story now has Fonzie, the cool guy, on a jet ski jumping over a pit of sharks.
Did they get the shot though?
And the audience, they got the shot.
Did it look cool?
They got everyone hated it. And now that's looked at as the moment of like, it's too much.
You're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Dang it.
But that's been funny moments in history.
This has been Funny Moments in History.
I like to think that that's one of those moments where like a time traveler would show up to on the set of Happy Days and be like, this is going to ruin everything.
Don't do it.
This is the beginning of the end. If he gets on that jet ski and jumps that shark, you don't know, it's about to get real bad.
And you know what? Henry Winkler does his own stunts. I
think actually Henry Winkler might have I think it was an obvious stunt man. That was another reason why it sucked. But I want to ask you guys this, is that what is the moment that you would send a time traveler to? How stonery of a question is that?
Well, it depends on what you want out of it.
Right. Are you trying to impress them?
You trying to change the world, or are you trying to just not jump the shark? I guess that's the question for us.
Yeah. I just realized that this question was way deeper than I thought.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take things off the list.
Okay.
9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, wait. Why is that off the list, though? You could prevent 9/11.
No, you couldn't. One person could not. You'd just be there for it, and what a jerk move that would be to send them there on that day. Everything's closed.
How gnarly would it be if you sent a time traveler to, like, September 10th, and then he does his job, and it still happens? Then you're
keep in mind, depending on...
Oh,
yeah.
Like...
You see Plan B.
Yeah, you see Plan B, and it still happens. That would be gnarly.
More importantly, why would you send a time? Depending on if they were from the past, you wouldn't send them because they'd spend the whole time being like, "What are planes?"
Yeah. I love time.
Cars go so fast.
I love time travel. I don't think I've ever gotten tired of time travel stories.
Yeah, I won't get tired of it until it exists.
It ain't that a bitch, Yeah.
Except for they didn't need it in the last couple seasons of Lost. They added time travel into like season 6 of Lost, and I was like, okay, now you're taking it too far. This is the Fonzie jumping over the shark moment.
He's got it. Plane landed. Message received.
What's the movie? Mr. Peabody and Sherman?
The animated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the way back. It's all time travel, and they spend the whole movie traveling back and forth through time. I don't know if you watch as many cartoons as I do. Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Check it out. It's a solid film.
So is that your favorite time travel thing? Time travel.
That and Bill and Ted. That's a classic.
Yeah.
The first Bill and Ted is just such a great film.
What's
Doesn't
your
age
favorite?
well though. Don't watch it right now.
Yeah, my favorite time travel. It was a book called All of Our Wrong Tomorrows.
Nerd.
Yeah, it was a book, and that was like my favorite experience of time travel. But I'll go with the king is Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
But I'd probably say Steve Urkel, Family Matters. You remember he had a time
He had a time machine.
Yeah, he had a
built a
time
time
machine.
machine.
That's
He
what-
did. He did, and it would come back as Stefan.
Urkel.
wanted to go back to something that you just brought up was the show Lost.
Yeah.
I just read like a multiple page report about what that show was like. I bet you they wanted a time machine in real life because of what that creating that show was like for all the showrunners and writers, where they're like, we just keep writing good stuff and we have no idea how we're going to pay it off. And we're just going to wing it.
We're gonna tease with no conclusion.
Dude, I've never seen the show, but now that like when I read that, I almost want to watch the show in the sense of what these writers were going through. Of going,
Wait. We could book club this right now.
yeah,
We'll start by next week. We all have to watch,
the first episode of. All right, I'll go first episode of
and
Lost.
everybody can do this with us if you want to. But we're gonna talk about a show that's 20 years old.
Yeah, I've never seen a single episode.
Me neither.
But I just know that off of that report that the writers were freaking out day in, day out. They would like, I remember one stanza that was like, yeah, we threw in a polar bear. We didn't know what we were doing. And then we had to justify the polar bear. We never justified the polar bear.
Yeah, no, they never explained the polar bear.
Polar
And
bear is the shark.
Yeah.
And that's early on. The polar bear is early. So if they're freaking out at polar bear, that's season 2.
Yeah, it's off rip season 1. They never had it. They just kept putting up great offers to make an audience interested, but they could never fulfill it. And like the thing that I was reading was like in the writers room, arguments, fights, they were just at each other day in, day out.
By the way the show ended, you can tell there was not everybody was on the same page.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different meanings and like what actually happened at the end of Lost. I just rewatched it last year.
Joel, I know the ending, and it's not even an ending. I'm pretty sure they just blamed the entire problem on a smoke monster.
No, well, that's one of the
Yeah, that's like one of the things that they go like, smoke monster.
We've blamed whole episodes of this show on that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Looper is a great time travel thing.
Is that the one where he keeps going back on? Oh no, I'm thinking
That was Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah. That was baller. That was a great movie. And here's the thing though about time travel is that there's always like a paradox with it. If you look a little too close at it, there's always going to be, and I think there's always a loophole.
I'll go Palm Springs.
God,
Palm Springs.
you beat.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish this is how good of a choice that is. That is what I should have said first. That's my favorite time travel thing.
I will say the answer to your original question is I would put you back before you answered and let you say Palm Springs.
Oh.
I would go back 15 minutes.
What a great friend.
Also, shout out time travel butterfly effect.
Great
Ashton
answer.
Kutcher.
Yeah.
That's I watched that a lot as a kid, and
There's one small detail in that movie that I remember that like this is weird. You said that and it brought me back to the movie theater of getting like
My neighbor touched me.
oh no. Well, it's kind of sexual because I was in like the first. When did that movie come out? 2002. I'm
yeah,
13.
I want to say yes.
2000-ish. I'm feeling feelings for the first time, and there's it's about a relationship, and they talk about one of the moments where you're like, I know that your toes curl when you have that moment. And I was like, your toes curl? And the whole time, legit, I'll be honest with you, the first girl, it was such a core memory that stuck with me going back to last week's episode that like I looked to make sure
Yeah,
and there was no toe curling.
confirmation movie.
I thought everybody's toes curled.
Your toes didn't or hers toes?
Neither. All 20 toes, no curling.
That means Neither of you enjoyed it.
According to Butterfly Effect, that is a good time travel movie.
Yep.
I like back
And a
to
good lesson, actually. The Butterfly Effect is a good lesson for how little things turn into big things.
yeah.
Be careful what you do. Everything matters and nothing matters. Whoa!
Smoke monster.
Oh, dude.
Smoke monster bites again.
We are the polar bear.
I would if I would send myself back to like a bad like time just so I could finally become like a man. Like I would send myself to the West, probably,
Dude, that is
1800s. I die in the 1800s.
Backfire on you so hard.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
would get there and
It's a death
realize
sentence.
how much of a pussy you were.
That's why I'm going. I wouldn't want to go to the future. Would you want to go to the future or the past?
I would like to go to the future just to see if there is one.
I think what would you be more scared of?
Wait, what if you were supposed to go to the future and it blipped and it was nothingness and you were like, oh,
I went too far.
I went too far. I went past it?
The smoke monster.
It was next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if you time traveled like 2 hours into the future and everything's gone. And now
Yeah.
the time travel bites you in the ass because you are the only person who doesn't know what happened.
I think you need to on the display in the Tesla that sends you to the future. I think it should have an end date so that you can see how far you can go, and then that can inform your decision.
Well, all right, give me yeses and nos here. I want 1,000 years in the past, 1,000 years in the future. Which one's scarier? Which one's I think 1,000 years in the future would freak me out more than going back 1,000 years.
Knowing what I know now, do I retain all knowledge that I currently have right now?
Yeah.
So
You're
like
talking about
I'm
going to 1025.
1025.
because if I go back,
Yeah, what was happening in 1025?
if I go
That's
back
like before the NBA.
1,000 years with my knowledge that I have now, I'm far advanced, right?
Yeah.
But if you take
But if
away
I-
your phone, are you?
Dude, you take my
point.
Like you're not getting any bars.
Also, dude, no internet. If you go to 1025, you just have this thing that's gonna last for like 5 hours.
Bro, honestly, that sounds like
And with no service. There's no Wi-Fi in 1025.
None.
You literally are just holding something you could throw.
That's
If you go 1,000 years in the future, think about how dumb you will be trying to talk to anybody. They're like,
Oh my
Look at this
God! Look at
caveman.
him scroll. It's like this guy's talking about likes and shares. We're over here on hugs and tugs.
He doesn't even have wings.
this guy's using verbal cues. So we just think stuff now and we get the communication across.
Oh man, I don't know about 1025. It's like dynasty after dynasty, empire after empire.
Yeah, you weren't really going to do well in stand-up comedy back then.
Dude, I think
I'm sure the Chola dynasty in India really was getting their chuckles from a different source of entertainment.
They won't care that your 2K player is a 99 overall.
no, dude, I'm good at FIFA.
Off with his head.
Yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
I love love.
I love love.
I love love. Good sauce with Ross and Joe.
Like that guy just plugged his podcast to the emperor of a dynasty.
So you go dynasty, more than likely, you grab a plot of land, you hope that you have no crusaders or like, I don't know, zealots? I don't even know what the word is.
Zealots.
Zealots, thank you.
I like
Oh,
zealots.
also too, humanity.
Zealots are, thank you.
Humanity has been growing also in size, this whole time.
Yeah, there's no one.
You go back,
You go back 1,000 years.
they're all
I don't-
short.
Dude, there's not a billion people.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the world population in 1025 is like 100 mil.
There's like 100.
I know that
million,
sounds insane.
and they're all under 5'5". But like you go in 1,000 years in the future, they could be giants.
You got me on that? Do you have the what was the population of the planet at 1025? Because I think it's like ballpark. I'm going like 60 mil. And if this is after one of Genghis Khan's like little temper tantrums, then
was like 275 million.
yeah,
World population.
world population, a quarter bill. We're at like 8 bill right now.
Yeah.
And then you throw in some, and then like you get all these diseases and stuff. I don't know. I think 1025, you go ahead, you plot some land, you hope you don't get invaded by like a Viking or something.
You just look out for pterodactyls.
Yeah, you look out for pterodactyls. There's gonna be like 50-pound squirrels.
Yeah.
Just just taking all your stuff. That's what I think 1025 would have. But 3025.
Like,
I think
because then you're the Neanderthal. You're the dummy.
I'm pretty sure in 1,000 years we will have the ability of our phones inside of us.
We might not even be on this planet
Renato,
in 1,000 years from now.
you looked ominous when you said that. You looked.
Wait, but the way I took what you just said meant we're on another planet.
Yeah, we've migrated to another planet.
We still are.
Yeah.
We just aren't here.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was.
All right, I'm gonna new question. Gong me.
Gong.
What planet?
I think it's gonna have like a name like Z4378 in the.
Yes,
It probably
the same thing
would,
out of
but you have to pick our solar system. You're not allowed to leave the Milky Way.
Renato's answer was the same thing in your Sears catalog.
Yeah.
Also,
Just gave me the SKU number for Pluto.
also the name of Elon Musk's.
Yeah,
Child.
88th child.
Yeah.
Elon will be alive in 1,000 years, by the way. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
He will be alive.
He will be the president of whatever new planet.
Everyone knows like the vastness of space, right? But like the whole 100 million light years. I recently heard that 100 million light years is what some people in the scientific community think is how big the galaxy is. We can only see like 20 million years because light just stops hitting us.
Hadn't caught up yet.
Yeah. And then that same distance, what we are to that distance is what some atoms are to us.
Once you get into the vastness of existence,
It gets
it's
real.
in the smoke monster.
It gets real smoke monstery real fast. This is the one that I wanted to say last week that stemmed that whole topic of like crazy what? And I did the math, and the math is very easy. I've heard people tell me this before. If no deck of cards, have you heard this? Has ever been shuffled the same way twice in human history.
That's gotta not be true.
You would think it sounds impossible. The math is 52 times 51 times 50 times 49 times 48, all the way down to 1.
You just partly cloudy with a chance of Rain Man.
That is the math of finding out the probability of if 2 decks of cards could ever hit the same way.
That's the same math that I use to negotiate my hourly rate to figure out how much I make per year.
Okay, how about this one? We're talking about the vastness of space, and I lose people on this all the time. This is my trick.
Lose me. Let's go.
I look at the brightest star, whatever, north, whatever. So it's bright because it's close, I believe. It's the brightness of a star usually determines how far away it is to Earth. Oh, I'm so excited to tell you guys this. Try this out tonight. I'm the only one that's been able to, I don't know. You grab the brightest star, you look at the second brightest star. All of a sudden, keep telling yourself the fact that that second star that's not as bright is further away. Keep telling yourself that, and then all of a sudden, a 2D image that's been 2D your entire life, boom, gets depth.
Wow. Yeah.
Now you find a third star, a fourth star.
Throw in a planet or two.
Throw in a planet or two. Oh, is that a plane? Oh, man. Now.
You ever see a super bright star that's like a little orange? That's Mars.
Yeah.
Some Mars.
Yeah, whenever I
Then
try
when
to.
you think about scale, you look at that kind of orangish, brightish star, and you realize to get to the surface of that star would take you 3 years in a rocket.
not like a brisk walk, a rocket.
No traffic, flooring it.
Floored.
Just complete express lane the whole time.
Man, if there's one thing that I hope that this conversation has accomplished, and I legit mean this, sans smoke monstery, is I hope that we do remind people, and this convo humbled, because I just got humbled thinking about the whole pale blue dot of just how Like, I don't even know. I said on this podcast that I cried last weekend multiple times, and now I look at those tears, and I should have remembered that I should have looked at a star and realized it's not as 2D as I thought. I think it would have put me in the right place.
Hey, how could you have an ego when you're weeping and realizing how small you are in the galaxy?
It puts me in a good mood whenever I realize how truly minuscule my existence will be, and it just really puts a smile on my face.
We're just trying to be cool ants.
Yeah, we should have named the pod Swaggy Ass Ants.
We're just ants with sunglasses, guys.
Ooh, that's the name of it, at least the title. Thank you guys so much for listening. My name's Ross. That's Joel. That's Renato. That's episode 44. Thank you.
Wives and mothers.
Peace.
Skirt.
A skirt.
Skirt.
Double kill.
Get ready to roll because it's the second annual Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-O-Rama, and you, yes, you are invited to join the fun.
Come bowl with your favorite Central Florida celebrities on Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Oviedo Bowling Center. All proceeds benefit Rosie's Adventures, a local nonprofit helping kids battling cancer.
It's your chance to bowl, meet celebrities, and make a real difference. Spots are filling up fast, so you don't want to wait. I don't want to brag, but my lane, my spot, already sold out. That's right. I will be there. Visit justcallmo.com/bowling.
The Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-O-Rama, Saturday, April 12th at the Oviedo Bowling Center.